Hey guys, this is Sundown Rider, and this is going to be my chapter review to One Piece 880, No Way Out. Now this chapter, the way it started, the way it all began, I did not think we were going to get what we got at the end of this chapter, and I hope you've read it. Spoilers alert, big time. The tsunami at the end, I did not think we were going to get that anywhere near this chapter. I thought it'd be at least a couple chapters in advance, something big going down like this. But I thought there'd be a few chapters to buffer us, in terms of making the cake and things like that. But no, this chapter was going in right from the beginning. So let's talk about it. And I did not expect it. Oh my god, this chapter was really, really good. So the first thing we see was the cover story, the cover page. The Okama lady that Don Sai was supposed to marry has like 25 other husbands, and they all look like they've tasted some of her wrath or her anger in the past. They got plasters here and there. She may be a little bit abusive, but you'd expect that from the way she looks. You never know. And then we come to the Cacao Island crew, which is where this whole chapter kind of started. And I didn't think that I would enjoy the cake making aspect of any chapters to come, or any chapters that we've already had. I didn't ever like that cake making idea, and I didn't think I'd enjoy the chapters to do with cake making, but I did enjoy it. The fact that the chapter wasn't entirely dedicated to the cake making made it more enjoyable, so it wasn't exactly a waste, and we needed to see exactly what was going down. And I really liked how Pudding still has to put up a facade for the locals, and she handcuffs Chiffon and all that. She's like, yeah, Chiffon's husband was the one who was responsible for a lot of the shit that went down. She hides Sanji in the rug in the flying carpet, so I like that. And then I liked how well thought out everything seems to be for Sanji and company at the moment. Nobody is allowed to peek into the sweets factory in case they see Sanji, and the 31 chefs' memories have all been edited. Sanji, according to their minds anyway, has married Pudding, and they need to placate Big Mom through the making of this new cake, because some bad weather has affected the cake that they made originally. So that's what they're thinking, and they're cool with Sanji. They're like, yeah, he's definitely married to Pudding, and we'll just call him Mr. Husband or some shit like that. So that part was really good as well. I liked it. And then the gag with Pudding not being able to control herself when Sanji compliments her, that was really funny. It was really hilarious, and I liked how Oda kind of showed it. I was laughing my ass off. The ice pack on her head, and she's bleeding from her nose, and she's blushing and stuff. I was like, that was really funny. But I still don't really enjoy her bipolar events. When she's really happy, but then on the inside, but then she's pissed off on the outside. She's giving the finger. That was funny, the whole giving the finger and everything. But her whole bipolar events in general aren't very funny to me. I don't find it enjoyable. It's not something I need to see from Pudding. It would just be much better if she was getting knocked out like Sanji every time Sanji compliments her or something like that. So then the fact that Sanji also earned the respect of the cooks was instantly, basically, was nice to see. I like that. A W for Sanji, a win for Sanji. I don't know. It's nice to see Sanji getting some respect, And then the thing I want to kind of summarize the whole Cacao Island crew with is Sanji, in reference to the cake, he's like, I'm going to show people the true face of sweetness. I'll take them all to paradise. Attack cooking. What are these all suggesting? What is he going to do? I think the cake is going to have some element of the 99 Okama recipes, or any of the 99 Okama Kenpo techniques. Well, it's not really Kenpo, it's the cooking techniques that Sanji learned, the 99 Okama varieties. He's definitely going to use some of them, maybe a couple of them, few of them, one of them, I don't know. But he's gonna alter the cake in some way that it will, I think, negatively affect Big Mom. He calls it attack cooking. I'm not too sure exactly what he's gonna do, but Sanji's definitely gonna do something, and it's gonna be important. So make sure to look out for that. And then we went to the Mirror World. I don't think this review is gonna be very long, probably just about 10 minutes. But the Mirror World crew, well, it was just really Katakuri and crew, and then Luffy. Now I enjoyed this again. The Mirror World stuff. As soon as Katakuri and Luffy went there, it was gonna be dope. So I really enjoyed this, apart from the fact that Luffy seems to have basically been taken out off screen. But we didn't need that to be cemented any further. Luffy was getting his ass kicked, we knew that. So then I liked how Katakuri further antagonized Luffy, and he orders Brûlé to recommence her attack on the Thousand Sunny. So Luffy's like, shit, and he's getting Luffy worked up, and Luffy can't concentrate. So as I'm saying that, this distracts Luffy, who attempts to stop any mirror moving events. He attempts to stop Brûlé from being in contact with any mirrors, so that people can fire arrows and shit into the ship. and it allows Katakuri to pile on an ass whooping on Luffy. So Luffy's just getting his ass kicked, and then we come to kind of the character development of Luffy once again. Luffy doing Luffy things, break all the mirrors. That's what he orders in Nami, and I was like, yo, shit, because this was a hype moment for me. He finds a mirror, talks into it like a mobile phone, and he's like, Nami, look, you gotta break all the mirrors in the men's quarters and in the bathrooms. You gotta break the mirrors, and Nami's just like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, you gotta have some sort of escape route. You gotta come back once you're done there. And Luffy's like, no, look, it's not gonna happen. I'll do what I gotta do, and I'll try and I'll make it out. I'll figure it out. But you gotta break all the mirrors. So what he's doing there is he realizes he can't get back without defeating Katakuri, but he also needs to protect his crew and his ship from the rest of them. So even though we've got a 1v1 Katakuri versus Luffy, the rest of the Big Mom crew are still doing what the Big Mom crew should be doing, which is pursuing and basically trying to kill Nami and company, the rest of the Straw Hats. So that's a really good dynamic for me. Luffy being antagonized by Katakuri, and then the rest of Big Mom's crew still doing things. You know, they can't just stop and watch. They still have their duty to perform as the Big Mom pirates. So that was really good for me. They're not just wasteful material. They're doing shit. So that was really cool. And seeing Luffy being antagonized like that, it's awesome. And then you see the what happens in the rest of the chapter, and you see Nami's face at the end. So then also another thing that was quite nice actually was Katakuri's care for his brothers and sisters. Surprisingly heartwarming. I didn't expect that. I was like, Katakuri's like, yo, you gotta stop laying hands on my brothers and sisters, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. So then we come to the final double spread, which is where we see the tsunami, and I was like, oh my god. So I was speechless when I read this. I was one of those people who was saying that Big Mom hasn't really done anything worthy of the title of Yonko in this whole arc. She hasn't done shit. I mean, we know she's powerful as shit. We saw her time in Elbaf. That was awesome, but that's not anything she's done now. Why is she a Yonko? Wow, we see why. That tsunami at the end, just right behind 1,000 Sunny, and they're basically all just looking at it, and they're resigned to their deaths. The loud, stubborn, headstrong Nami with the chilling line and with the chilling apology to Luffy and her sudden resignation to their impending death. She's like, Luffy, I'm sorry, I think we're done for. I was like, what? So that was really, really heartbreaking to see, especially from Nami, who's like a really fiery character. So their outlook doesn't look so great at the moment. And what it looks like is Big Mom seems to have given part of her soul to the sea. I mean, we've already got Zeus, we've already got Prometheus. People have named the tsunami Poseidon. It could very, very well be a power that Big Mom already had. She could, the homie could have already been present. It could have already been one of Big Mom's. The homie could have already been one of Big Mom's homie. I'm saying maybe it wasn't, that homie wasn't created this chapter, and we just haven't seen it because it's a sea-based homie. So yeah, that seems to be the issue. But either way, Big Mom seems to have given part of her soul to the sea and now has a sea homie. So the only ways I can see the Straw Hats escaping from the coup de burst, Jinbei doing so, either just dissipating the the tsunami, smashing a hole through it or some shit, or we know his water manipulation is particularly good, so maybe he can do something to save their asses. Or then the third thing is Brook freezing the wave, defeating the homie, controlling the homie. One of those three things. That would possibly be a way they can escape this tsunami, but it's just so big that I don't think any of them can really do anything. And the coup de burst would probably be the best way out, but they've just used the coup de burst. And even though I think Chopper or Nami said that they were going to refuel the station of the coup de burst, I don't think they're ready to utilize it at this moment in time. So that was really, really good for me. And this chapter was a solid chapter, probably about an 8.5, a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I really enjoyed this chapter. And the last thing I want to talk about is how will Luffy escape, defeat, or kind of restrain or detain Katakuri? Because Katakuri's kicking ass. With the tsunami, there's a possibility of Luffy using kind of like an anger activated move, something like a really a really extremely overpowered version of his Hawashoku no Haki, his Conqueror's Haki, or maybe a Devil Fruit Awakening, something antagonized, something not antagonized, something preceded. The antecedent of it would be he him thinking that his crew have died, and we know that Luffy has promised to basically keep his crew safe. He doesn't want to see any of his crew ever die after seeing Ace die. So I think it would be really, really awesome to see that. There's also the possibility that he might have a Gear 4th form, which is detrimental to his health, which Rayleigh suggested to him not to use, or ordered him not to use, which he just whips out and he's like, you know what, I gotta do this. But I don't think it's going to be a Gear 4th form or anything like that, simply because Luffy's in such a state where even if he did pull out Gear 4th, he's already fatigued, he's already weakened, he's already been beaten and bruised. It's not a prime moment to use that. He's already weakened. It's not going to help. So it's got to be some form of superpowered Conqueror's Haki that's fueled by his hatred and his anger, or Devil Fruit Awakening. And like I said, I really enjoyed this chapter. So let me know what you guys thought. If you think I missed out anything, let me know in the comments below. But like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys not tomorrow, because I still got to do my Hero Academia and Nanatsu no Taizai reviews. And the reason why, if you're still here watching this review, the reasons why I haven't done that, because I've had a hectic couple of days, and tomorrow I'm going to London to watch the Wembley NFL games, Saints versus Miami Dolphins. So tomorrow I won't be able to do any reviews, but then hopefully on Monday, Nanatsu no Taizai, preceded by My Hero Academia. That should be my schedule. So I'll see you guys then, and in a bit.